Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge, this is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J, featuring the inside scoop on her mind, embodying interests, thoughts, and opinions. Also, the day in the life of an upcoming artist as she juggles the world around her, a 9 to 5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at www.misstiffanyj.com. Now, let's get into the show. So let's talk about moving on and letting go and living in a moment. Hey, you guys, this is Tiffany J. It has been a minute. I have been going through a lot, and I think I'm in a place where I can be firm and confident in who I am and what I am as of today, because what happened yesterday and in the past, not that it doesn't matter, but I use it as a footstool and a stepping stone to empower who I am today. Because every moment I make in today, I'll be able to capitalize in my future. Okay. So I've gone through, I don't like to put my personal, but like a relationship. So I'm single. I've gone through a move. I've lost my wallet, and my Instagram account has been hacked. And yeah, all of these things have come to steal and kill and destroy my joy. And I've declared numerous times that I want to be obedient to my faith and just move forward and be very diligent and vigilant in that. And so I kept looking back at my old account and just thinking, oh my gosh, all the memories. And something else that I did, I look at other celebrities, people that I admire, and how they have their pictures basically plastered all over the place from other fan accounts and this and that. And that's probably what it'll end up turning into. Just some random fan account that you could see everything from the past. All is not lost. It never all is. But everything that I was, I still am today. But I'll also be even a more better version of myself now. Right? I have an issue with letting go, as I stated before, and moving on and moving forward. And so the only way, excuse me, I'm so sorry. The only way I feel like God was just forcing me to move forward, move on. And the only way to do that sometimes is to just blatantly cut off whatever was, as hard as it may be. That's it. And he is telling me now, like, are you hurt? Are you in pain? You're still okay, right? And I'm like, yeah, I actually am. And he was like, okay, now go continue to sing, continue to create. It's the same thing like when I was, I think, 17, and I went to we went to see if I could get signed with A&M Records. And I didn't get the record deal because of who I was and what I hadn't learned at that time, but what's so great is I still had my gifts and talents, and that's what he said. Continue to go to school and you'll be all right. You can still sing. You can still do this. And so he says the same thing now. You have, lost access to what was, but you were going to gain access to so much more. And that was my word for this year, for 2021. Last year was womanhood. And as you know, I've grown and matured, and I also had the fibroid surgery, and we're about to be a year in on November the 11th when I had the surgery. And then this year I had dubbed it to be access, and I specifically said to access to people, places, and things, and access from people, places, and things. Knowing and not knowing that he was going to really close doors and really open other doors. You remember in The Matrix, I think it was the second one, when Neo went into that building and the key maker, he was like, this key is only going to open one door and it goes to the source, to the one. And I feel like God is closing all these doors and he's like, I am the only one that has the key and you have to come to me to get to the next level in where I'm trying to take you. And I'm like, okay, there were times where I was being disobedient and I wanted to do what I wanted to do and it just wasn't happening. And as long as I was sitting in my past and in my pain, it seemed pretty normal to me, but that wasn't my best self, right? And so with the new account in Miss Tiffany J, I said, you know what? I'm not even going to post anything from the old. Like, so it looks like, oh, I just copied and pasted, or someone, quote unquote, is copying and pasting. No, we're going to start anew. So no one can say, is that? But it has to be, so you follow the consistencies of what is working and what is actually bearing fruit. That's what we're after. If it doesn't bear fruit anymore, if it comes from a bitter spirit, if it comes from jealousy, if it comes from greed, all of those negative things and works of the flesh, I don't want any parts of it. So I am thankful to have had this experience. I am thankful to be able to take all of that weight and pressure off of trying to hold on. It's also going to help me in the forgiveness department, forgiving myself, forgiving anybody else who's done me wrong, maybe in the moment, and being able to just push through quicker because of it. I'm so thankful, so very thankful. And I have to say that and claim it and declare it so that I can reap whatever is on the other side. So thank you guys so much for following me and rocking with me during this journey. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And I can't wait to see what happens next.
Ay, look, before you ask, girl, I'm down for whatever, you ain't gotta say it, I know I do it better, loving you like ain't nobody out on my level up. I'ma give it to you like it's now or it's never,
Hey, come over, babe, let me do something. I know you need this escape, boy. I'm in love with you all day by my side. You got my heart out. I'm so
So I want to talk about open doors in the sense of to the negative. So I'm working on being extremely vigilant and sensitive to the spirit and making sure that I listen and know what moves to make and what moves not to make. Sometimes you can have negative open doors because of the things that you do, and they leave loose ends via the relationships, friendships, let's say places that you go, people that you meet, things that you do. Any of those things can leave an opportunity to have a loose end or a negative open door. And it can be a very small crack of a Pandora's box, and it leads you down the wrong rabbit hole. And then you don't even know how you got where you are currently. But when you backtrack your steps, you can find out. And so what I'm doing, and this is like just a practice I've been in this phase in the last 3 weeks, but this week I've seen so much the physical manifestation of closing the doors and cutting off loose ends. And so even in my thought patterns, it's very important for me to capture those negative thoughts and basically shut them down. I was watching a sermon the other day, and the guy was he was talking about meditation, and he was like, worrying is a form of meditation. And I never looked at it like that. All of these things that have been brought to my attention, and when I go to therapy and she kind of pulls out codependency, mindfulness, what is it called? The low self-esteem and control patterns and things like that. We're kind of displaying these negative character traits that I've had, and we're putting them on paper because I'm a student, right? And I do very well when I can see things on paper, visually. And I'm like, wow, this is what I've been doing. This is not good. Worrying, which is just contemplating over a single negative thought over and over and over, it is meditation, and you are locking that into your system. You can't do that. And I'm not doing it anymore. So once I notice I have a thought or something happen, or if someone brings something back to my remembrance of something that I know is negative, I'm going to say, yes, it was, but this is what I am going to focus on going forward. When my wallet was lost, like that day, I knew exactly what it was. I knew it was an attack. And because it also tried to stop my job and try to stop my own personal, like, my space, my mental space where I was. And I was going to laugh it off and just keep working, but it was my wallet. So sometimes you're just trying to figure out, like, what is going on, right? So I got home, I replaced everything, contacted banks, et cetera. And I think the next day and the day after, my mom and friends, everyone was asking, well, did you see if there was cameras? Was it somebody at work? Was it, just asking all these questions. And I, specifically was telling my mom, you know what? It's in the past now. It's already done. It's already done. Like it is finished. Like when Christ was on the cross and he died, like we can't go back. And that's something that he had to do. It's something that he had to go through. You can't go back and say, but what about this? What if we did this? And what if Judas didn't? No, it's done. Let's move on and move forward and let it go. Why? Because there is a resurrection that's going to happen through all of this. Just give it time. Whoever has whatever, I don't know what you're going to do with it, but it's done. We're moving forward. And yeah, thankful for the fruit that's going to be bare with the seeds that I'm sowing now, because I'm already reaping from what I've sown in the past. Like my current situation right now, definitely a harvest of all the prayers and things that I've had in the past. And so now it's time to sow even some more seeds with the more strength that I have today. Ooh, I can't wait to see what happens. But I can't sow seeds if I'm over here fiddling with the dead plants of the past. Come on, people. That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hoped you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, y'all, this is for the few people that I rock with, and if you want to connect with any of them for their expertise in their craft, hit me up so that I can link you. First, I want to shout out my indie label 646 Entertainment Group. It's a one-stop shop for the ultimate music experience, artist development, engineering, road management, business awareness on how to properly release your songs, get royalties, and more. Next, I want to shout out No Gossip, Just Talk with Tanisha and Mitra, who inspired me to step outside of my comfort zone and start this podcast. I pop up every now and then with a topic, and we have a blast with Girl Talk 101. Special attention needs to be drawn to my boy, Sarian, for answering my prayers and becoming a part of my journey musically and beyond. More to come as life unfolds. I'll save some for later. Now, my jewel, no pun intended, is my accountability partner who has like the exact same mind as me. When we link, things happen in the atmosphere. I am so glad we crossed paths. Angel, my love, you are an inspiration. Dance fitness is a lifestyle, and you do it with such ease. If anyone wants to be fit, curvy, wavy, let me know. We can get our dance craze on with Angel. She's also one of the guests of No Gossip, Just Talk, so make sure you check her out there. Last but not least for now, the Purple Charlotte Steppers Club, which embodies an entire dance community of some of the best people I've met on the planet. You'll see me live there Thursday at 6:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram with the Purple Thursday Experience. Now, if you listening to this need ad space and want to join the platform, DM me and we'll discuss membership so that we can get your business out there. Reserve your spot is next with Purple Charlotte Steppers Club. You all take care.
What's up, Dance World? This your boy Herschel KG. This beautiful lady is.
I'm Tiffany J.
If you missed out last week, you do not want to miss out this week because last week was lit.
Amazing. So, if you want to be in the building, make sure you go to
purplecharlotte.com.
Reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you can't make it, it's all right because you can go to Purple Charlotte Steppers Club on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And do what?
Join us live.
6:30 on Thursdays. We'll see you there, okay? We your hosts, Tiffany J.
Herschel KG.
Mm.
Deuces.
We'll see you there.